Man, what a day. It is mid-December and the temperature is in the 70s down here in southeast Georgia. Couldn't ask for any better. Maybe, I guess I do miss the snow a little bit. We lived in Indiana before, and where we lived in Indiana didn't get a whole lot of snow, but I did enjoy the snow we got. It's just the cold weather that we didn't like, so we're getting what we wanted down here. Definitely summertime is super hot, but in the wintertime it's really nice, like right now. So today we're going to go through my top 7 absolute must-have Amazon upgrades for your 24 Road Glide or Street Glide. Now these products will probably fit other years because they're not really year specific, but definitely check to make sure before you order something. I'm going to go through my top 7 and I'll have one as an honorable mention, so I actually have 8. They're not in any certain order. I like them all, and if you're like me and you like to save money on your accessories, this is the way to do it because they're just as good a quality as the ones with the big names on them and the big logos on them. So let me show you what I'm talking about. My top 7 absolute must-have Amazon accessories for your 24 Road Glide. Here we're going to start with this wind splitter up front. And you can see it's designed a little bit like the stock CVO windshield for the 2024 CVO ST. You can see that molding around the bottom. Now that's something that the original windshield for this Road Glide Standard did not have. It is a wind splitter type windshield, so it has the lip at the top to help direct that wind over your head. And let me tell you, this thing really works. It really makes the ride a lot more comfortable, and it's not taking away all the wind. And I think honestly a lot of my problem is my helmet. I wear a full face helmet, and I think that it just buffets around a lot more than it would if it was a half helmet. So this wind splitter does an exceptional job. It's an 11.5-inch windshield, and it bolts right up to the 2024 Road Glide Standard without any issue, and it works flawlessly. I'm able to go down the highway without a bunch of wind knocking my head around. It's the perfect height where I can see over it. And there are other colors. This one's black, obviously, but they also have a gray that you can see through. Not that you really want to look through it, because at the top there where that lip is, it's just not, it's not clear. I will put a link down below for this and all the other accessories that I'm going to feature here in this video. And I think this one may be the only one that is model specific. The other ones that I'm going to show you may or may not be model or year specific. Next one is this rider backrest right here. A little bit dirty. This backrest is basically just like the OEM Harley ones they have. You just squeeze the two rods together here at the bottom. There's a spring in between. You squeeze the two rods together and you put it inside slip it down in there and put it inside the mount that is attached to the fender. So it's basically the same thing you've seen on many Harleys from OEM setups, and it works just as good. And I currently have my stock Road Glide seat on. Typically I use my Ultra seat, which is much more comfortable for both of us. But if I'm just riding around town, I'll just leave this seat on, this stock seat. But anyway, that rider backrest right there, and believe me, let me tell you, if you've never used one of these, you definitely should give it a shot, because even if you're not the type to just lean back on this thing all the time, the amount of support that it gives you just by having it back there when you're accelerating, or when you're coming off of a start, or you're leaving a stoplight or whatever, and you're pulling on the throttle, and you just have to, you don't have to hold your back so tight, but it really helps hold your posture on the bike, and it keeps your back from getting sore, honestly. And it's not that I'm leaning back with all my weight on it when I'm riding. It's just there for support, keeps your back a little bit straighter, and it keeps you from, having to hold your core so tight. And honestly, your back does not get as fatigued as you would without one. So check it out. The link is down below. Okay, next up is this coil cover right here. And this is basically the same design you can get out of the Harley Davidson catalog. Very close. If it's not exactly the same, it's very close. The only thing that's missing is the logo right there in the center. But you can see it's machined aluminum. And now the listing on Amazon shows that this is for softail models. But it does fit, and the reason is because they have the same kind of coil setup that this 2024 Road Glide has. So when you see that this is for softails, don't be worried about that. It fits perfectly. They send you a bigger screw or longer screw, and you just take out the old screw, mount this on, and that's all there is to it. It makes a great dress up to the side of the bike. Looks a lot better than it does just having that stock coil hanging there, because it's just kind of plain and ugly. There are other options available. There's some chrome options, and there are some that look like they have maybe a mesh design. If you go to the link, you should be able to find the other designs if you're interested in those. That one literally takes 2 minutes to change. The next accessory I'm going to talk about is this mid-frame air deflector. I think the bike looks a lot better with them than it does without them, and I feel like they do provide some protection from the heat coming up from that side, from the sides of the engine to your upper legs and to the rest of your body. But in my case, I buy them because I like the way they look, and they're very inexpensive compared to the ones you can buy at Harley or any other name brand company. All right, moving on to the back passenger backrest. Now again, this one looks just like anything you can buy that is OEM for this bike. It's made to be compatible with the Harley Davidson docking hardware. It fits right in there just perfectly. So there's no issue with fitment. Has the quick detach hardware on there. Looks perfect. And this particular backrest is the one my wife prefers to ride with. I have other backrests, but this one is her preferred one. She says it gives her the right amount of support in the right area of her back to where she's comfortable on long rides and she doesn't get tired and doesn't have a sore back. You know, we've done some decent touring rides on this, but not cross country yet. But she's very, very happy with this backrest, and like I said, it does fit exactly in with the Harley Davidson docking hardware. Staying back here on the back side of the motorcycle, we got the stealth luggage rack, which also mounts directly to the OEM Harley Davidson docking station hardware, or docking hardware, however you call that. Has the quick detach hardware there, and this thing looks great with the bike. I think the low profile look of this luggage rack is really great with the style of bike. And it will definitely hold some weight. I took a trip from here to Indiana and I had a full-size carry-on luggage strapped to this. And it was hanging out, you know, way past here on both sides. Had it strapped to it, not even a single problem. Didn't have one single problem with the weight, with shifting, anything like that. I ran straps right through here that went under the bar and back up over the top and got over the top of the luggage. And then I had a full backpack right here in the front of the backrest. So I had plenty of luggage with my bags stuffed, saddle bags. So that is the stealth luggage rack. I love that luggage rack. I love the way it looks. And it's definitely functional and has plenty of room and strength for what you want to carry. All right, so going to finish this up on the passenger floorboards here. Now these floorboards are exact matches to the stock Harley Davidson Streamliner collection that you see here that come with the Road Glide. Now these I had purchased back when I bought my Street Glide, and they're the same floorboards that the Street Glide had as well. But these are perfect matches and they snap into place. They're very strong. They look great. They don't rattle around when you don't have them down. My wife loves them. They're perfectly comfortable. Have a lot of room for her feet. And I think I actually have another spot I can lower them down one more notch if I need to. So they are adjustable. And again, like I said, they perfectly match the OEM Streamliner design. And a lot of guys go with a whole new different design, which is fine. You know, there's a lot of really good looking floorboards and stuff out there, but that's just one thing that I didn't want to spend a lot of extra money on. I'm perfectly happy with these. Okay, so that does it for my top 7 must-have Amazon accessories for my Road Glide. I do want to put in one more honorable mention. Now this one is an honorable mention because I don't have it on my bike personally, but I think it'd be a great option. I do have the Reinhardt DBX 40s, which are 4-inch diameter pipes. They sound great, they look great. But if you're looking for some DBX 45s, which is 4.5-inch diameter pipes, Amazon sells them and they're a little bit cheaper than what you can get from the Reinhardt store online. Give it a look. The link is below. You might want to pick some up. As always, thank you so much for stopping by and watching the video. Y'all be safe, and we'll see you on the next one.